Alright, the instructions suck, so just do this instead. This is what it's supposed to look like when you're done. I had bought 2 of these. I built this one, and the instructions kind of sucked, so I made a video for the second one. This is your shed. That's what it's supposed to look like. Those are the dimensions. I don't even know what this thing's called. These are the tools that I had. You don't need the shell that was actually just there. A little shitty razor blade, a screwdriver, and you're supposed to have a padded mallet, but I don't have one, so I didn't even use that actually, but I just got a weight instead. Instead of trying to like mess with all the staples and everything, I just cut the top off, and then you can throw all the shit into the box afterwards, like all the garbage and stuff. This is that's the manual, so you don't really need that. I kind of just organized everything, kind of put everything where I could just grab it real quick. So it says Suncast, and that's the way it should be. Everything's labeled. It's left side, obviously. And so in this, you kind of you put it into like these bigger gaps, and you push it back, and it kind of slides into place. You just kind of kick this piece, and then that part goes in. It's kind of like a Honda. It's like snap on, snap off. It's like pretty easy. Then we got this left side, and there's these 3 like nub things, and it's the same thing. Like they start at the top and they slide down into place. So you just got to line those up. So you can see here, I'm lining them up, kind of bending that side out to get a little clearance. And then these, like you literally just put pressure on the top and just pops right into place. That's how we're looking so far. We got those 2 pieces on. Do the exact same thing with the other side. Put them in the spots and slide it back into place. This is way better than using the instructions. And then boom, it just pops that one right into place. I believe there's like 7 screws, and these are all like self-tapping screws. So I'm just kind of pointing out where those go. It's the little, normal looking screws with the rounded top. So I put the outside ones in first, and I put them in, I didn't torque them like all the way down. And like they're not going to torque all the way down anyway, since, it's self-tapping. They'd just be spinning forever, so. Shit, I should just cut this down. But, yeah, put the outside ones in, and then I do the inside ones, go back up. Try to get like equal distribution. I don't even know if that's a thing. Just screwing shit in. And just kind of go back and tighten them all down just a little bit. They don't really tighten though. You know what I mean? Like with self-tapping screws. So that's what it looks like now. Grab the doors. The right side door has the latch on it. Grab this piece. And that lock piece has like a little nub on one side, like 2 little nubs, and that faces down. And then like this little tab faces down, but you push up first, kind of get it in place, and then pull it down, and it kind of snaps in to the lock housing or whatever you want to call it. So there we go. Our lock works. And these are like the hinges for the door that attach. And like I kept finding this kind of stuff. I didn't videotape all of it, but like I had a bunch of this random like plastic shit that was getting in the way. And on the first one, when I was putting these on, these were in the way so much that I couldn't even really slide them on correctly. So the razor blade is just like kind of cut, a bunch of random extra plastic off. Okay, so just line them up the way I'm showing you right here. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but just like that. So this is from the outside. Slide them up. Good to go. And this is the other side. So, I'm not going to explain both, but I'm just showing you like there's more plastic. With some of the screw holes, like things didn't line up perfectly, and I had to kind of trim things down. But if you really want to, you can just, sort of power through them. It's just plastic. All right, and this part's I guess this would be like, this part's like the most like pain in the ass to do. So there's these two like kind of grooves, you know, for each hinge, and you have to get them into the groove first in the back, and then push them forward while pushing in, and then they snap into place. So I'm not really sure how to show that, but yeah. So they just kind of snap into place. And then you take your longer screws, the ones with the smaller threads, those are the metal screws, and it goes in one side and it'll connect to the other side. I didn't show you, putting them in because I needed both hands. This show would have been a lot easier if I wasn't like trying to videotape everything, but gotta show you guys. So yeah, get those screws in, get the other side. This is what we got so far. All right, so this is the roof, and it says roof right there, and that's the back, and this is the inside back. And this metal piece, I'm really not even sure what this is for, but it's part of it. And this is gonna be like self-tapping again, so that's how you want to set it up. And these nubs that I'm pointing at, that's where it goes over. It kind of goes over these and sits kind of strangely in there. It doesn't feel totally right. And kind of just center it, and then once again, those little screws, the self-tapping, and it says to not put a screw right there. I don't even know why. Like, it doesn't seem to make any sort of difference. I didn't put one there because the instructions said not to. So you just use 6 screws and do them on the outside 3 holes, and put them right in the middle to give yourself a little bit of play, because as you're gonna see later, like if you don't put them in the right, if you put it too far over to the right that you're looking at, you're gonna block a bracket at the end. So you don't want to do that. I ended up having to take this whole thing off. I don't show it, but yeah, it was a pain in the ass. So yeah, more self-tapping screws. Going. Tighten them down. And then this is for the lock. It goes right into the middle of that. Pretty self-explanatory. So it goes right there. And then another just random, like you push it in, it kind of clicks. It's not like you don't really hear it, but you can feel it. And then you use a self-tapping screw, and you just kind of jam it through the plastic. There we go. So these things, this is for the top, and like it's weird. So they all look exactly the same, and you put one in one way and the other one in the opposite way. This one comes out, but yeah, I'm trying to do it with one hand because I'm trying to videotape, but you'll see. So yeah. And they just kind of click together. They don't really like hold on too well. I think it's like when you put the top on, then it holds on better. So pick this up. That metal bar thing goes in the front. There's 2 holes, and like I kind of like stood those things up in the back. I don't quite get it, so it falls down here kind of. Yeah, that's what you don't want to happen. So yeah, they kind of pop into place. You'll feel them when you push down. It pops in and it clicks. There we go. Got a roof. I didn't line it up great, so I don't even know if it really lines up that great anyway. Then you grab, this is the support for the top. It goes right there. And the bottom part goes right there. And in the front of the bottom part, that's where it can go down to lower it, and then you pull it back, you pull it up and then back, and then it's supported. So it just clicks into place. And this is where I messed up. So that big metal bar piece that I put on right there, I'm blocking the bracket right here, but it's just 2 screws in the bracket that holds that support on. And I don't show it, but I end up taking that thing off and then moving it over like maybe, half an inch or a couple centimeters over. That was me trying to put it on. So that's what, what it would be like if you didn't do that. If you didn't mess it up like I did. But yeah, that's basically it. It's this is way easier than the instructions. So just watch this. It was me just trying to put it in. I don't even know why I should have cut this down or just cut this out of the video altogether. Anyway, this is what it's supposed to look like when you're done. Yeah. That's it. All right, leave a like.